brought to you by Ortho Surgeons, Cost Plus Furniture Warehouse, Baptist Health, and Bale Chevrolet. Now stand by for all the hard-hitting action.
Well, it's good to be with you tonight from Sylvan Hills. Jay Jones along with Brooks Beasley. We got the whole crew with us. Miss Vicky's having to sit out right outside the window. It's a little cooler out there anyway here at Sylvan Hills to sit right outside the window. So we got Chris Ambler, got Josh Carroll. We got everybody working on our all the wires and buttons and knobs here trying to get things going. But I'll tell you what, I think we're still kind of getting over last week's game, Brooks.
I think so, Jay. I went home that last weekend, and, man, I couldn't hardly go to sleep just thinking about that high-scoring ball game, and it was really exciting.
And we got a tough one tonight playing on the road here at Sylvan Hills. It's never an easy game when you take on the Bears, much less when you have to play them here in their own ballpark. So an evening is starting off a little bit warm, but the sun has gone down now. It's starting to cool off a bit. But the Bruins cannot be thinking about last week's game. They have to take care of business at hand. The Bruins come into this game 6-0, 3-0 in conference play. Sylvan Hills comes into the game. Well, they've got a couple of conference losses, so they really can't afford another slip up here.
No, they sure can't. But, like you said, PA just needs to forget about last week, put it in the record book, and move on to this week because last week's not going to help us at all tonight.
It's a very talented team at Sylvan Hills. They lost a tough one to Little Rock Christian just a couple of weeks ago in overtime. But right now we're going to listen to our national anthem. I'll tell you what, you talk about a band. This Sylvan Hills band has a huge band.
They certainly do. Goodness gracious.
And now they're going to bring us the national anthem. Sylvan Hills Bears band. I'll tell you what, we were talking about some of the athletes that Sylvan Hills has, and you're going to be hearing these names all night long of Dion Youngblood, who's a running back. He's got the breakaway type of speed, and you see players like this. Usually a team has one or two. Sylvan Hills has a couple, too, including their quarterback, Ryan Lumpkin. But you give them a crease, and all of a sudden they've scored on you.
Oh, goodness gracious. We don't need to let them get in the open end tonight, do we?
They've got a kicker, I'm telling you, this Tito Mendoza. I was watching him before the game.
Right.
You were too, Brooks.
Yeah.
Number 4, he's a junior. Somebody ought to be looking at this kid.
He
was popping some 50, 55-yarders out there with plenty of room to spare.
Yeah, and I would say one of them was easy, 60-yarders seemed like to me.
Yep, no doubt about it. Well, a big game coming up, a big game last week as the Bruins won that one 86-56 over Little Rock Christian. Quarterback Lane Hatcher. Now, we've talked about if this offensive line gives him time, which they have this year. They've done a great job of protecting him. He'll pick you apart. Last week, he was 36 of 46, 757 yards. Now, let me say that again. 757 yards, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, rushed for 34 yards, and 3 touchdowns on 16 carries. And listen to this. National record set. Most total yards last week, Pulaski Academy, with 991. They were 9 yards away from 1,000 yards in one game. Most total yards individually, nationally, number 1, Pulaski Academy. Quarterback Lane Hatcher, 791 yards. So not only did they set state records, they set national records last week. And now they got to put that behind them, Brooks.
Yeah. I mean, you can't live on your laurels. You have to. You've got to come out and perform each week. Each week is different, and just put that behind them and have a good game tonight, though.
Well, I'm sure that the defensive coaches had plenty to harp on because they gave up 56 points last week.
Right.
So that's going to give them something to work on. Gave them something to work on this week, I'm sure. And we're going to see a fired-up Pulaski Academy defense tonight. They're going to need to be fired up.
Right, they sure are. And I'm looking forward to seeing what adjustments they've made from last week's.
Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment, hopefully for kickoff at Pulaski Academy or at Sylvan Hills. Pulaski Academy at Sylvan Hills tonight. We're still showing about 10 or 11 minutes to go. So we'll talk a little more about the ball game right after this. We'll send it back to Zach Thomas at the studio. You're listening to the Pulaski Academy pregame show, 96.5 FM, The Answer. Big game for the Bruins tonight. They're all big from here on out because we're getting closer and closer to playoff time. And, Brooks, you've got to win these games if you want to maintain that home field advantage for the playoffs. That is so very important.
Oh, absolutely. When you play at home, you stay in your own bed. Your routine is an everyday routine that you're used to, and so it is. It's very important that you keep the home field advantage.
You look around the 5A Central tonight, McClellan is at BB, which could be an interesting contest, McClellan at BB. Also another interesting one, Little Rock Parkview is at Little Rock Christian tonight. And we'll see how last week's game affects Little Rock Christian.
Yeah, that ought to be a real good game tonight.
The other one's Mills against Fair. Now, you look down the road for Pulaski Academy, they've got this one tonight, which is a huge game here at Sylvan Hills. And then they get bigger and bigger as you go along because next week it's at Parkview. That game will be at War Memorial Stadium next week. Parkview will be the home team. Then you come home against Little Rock McClellan before finishing up at Mills. So right now you're trying to avoid a slip-up. If this Bruins team keeps playing the way this Bruins team can play, I don't have any doubts about it. But you never know.
Yeah.
All it's going to take is a hot night by somebody, and if you're a little bit off, they can get you.
Well, Jay, usually sometime during the season, you usually have one bad game at least, and certainly we don't want to see that either next week or the week after that.
Now, we say we were talking about this bunch here at Sylvan Hills. They took Little Rock Christian to overtime just a couple of weeks ago and actually had a chance to win the ball game and fumble the football on the last play at the 1 yard line, or it would have been a different outcome. But they hung right with Little Rock Christian, so we know they've got talent. We know they have speed, and this defense is going to have to shut them down tonight. Yeah. Talk about some of these other stats we were looking at.
Okay, as far as the conference there, number 5 in the state is Little Rock McClellan, and like I said, we play them in 2 weeks. And their offense is pretty prolific. Right now they're averaging 50.5 points per game. As far as the receiving goes, we have Trey Johnson last week, so far for the season, he has 43 receptions for 704 yards and 6 touchdowns. And he's number 5 in the state, as I mentioned. Number 9 in the state is Brett Lynch. He has 34 receptions for 616 yards and 11 touchdowns. And then way down the list, our outstanding tight end or split end is Hudson Henry. He has 33 receptions for 476 yards and 7 touchdowns. So that gives you an idea of the main receivers that we have for PA.
Yeah, he's been kind of, talking about Hatcher, he's been kind of spreading it around a little bit, and that's what you need to do. But the main thing is this offensive line has been giving him plenty of time, and we hope that holds up tonight because that's a key.
Well, that's one thing I observed last week, the offensive line. I think one of the strategies, though, for Little Rock Christian, they weren't trying to rush Lane. They were just kind of keeping him in the pocket and had 8 people covering the receivers, and it worked for a while. But after a while, he started picking Little Rock Christian off and scoring touchdowns. I think we had 14 possessions, and I think we scored on 13 of them. So.
Yeah, and I think the other one was the time ran out before the half. They said, they wanted a perfect game, but they couldn't score before the half. The Bruins couldn't. But tonight, hopefully it won't take 86 points because hopefully tonight the defense won't give up 56. But,
no.
But we'll see. We still have to have a few minutes before kickoff, awaiting the arrival of both teams on the field, so we'll take a break and come back with kickoff right after this. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM The Answer. Jones on with Brooks Beasley back at Sylvan Hills watching the coin toss, and they've done it again. Sylvan Hills won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. I don't know. This happens quite a bit. But, you give Pulaski Academy the chance to score right off the bat. And I certainly want to have the football first, but they're going to defer till the second half.
I guess they want to be behind the 8 ball, I guess.
We're talking about that tough offensive line, Brooksy. Who have you been looking at up there?
Well, Luke Jones is commitment to the Razorbacks, but still you've got at left guard you got Ford Aguiar, then at center you got Alan Amuya. Of course, then at right guard you got Luke Halls, and then at right tackle you have Wesley Coleman, and then you're split in there outside there you got Nathan Biagioni, and on the other side we got Hudson Henry, and then the split receivers. we have Trey Johnson and Brett Lynch, and then we have Mason Cobb. But the line has just been outstanding so far this year. And, we talk about all the receivers and the quarterback and this, that, and the other, but, without the line, those guys couldn't do anything.
Right. You're exactly right. They've done an excellent job, and they'll need to keep that up there, keep that up tonight, too. Big crowd on hand for Pulaski Academy, of course, not having to travel all the way across Little Rock, but a big crowd. The Bruins come on the field. Tonight they're dressed in their all white, and I mean all white, with gold numerals, and that's it. They do have the gold face mask on the helmet, but they're dressed in all white. Sylvan Hills across the way in their royal blue helmets, jerseys, and pants with white numerals. They have their pink socks on tonight, pink towels, because it's October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I thought maybe PA might come out with pink socks or something like that,
you
because
never know.
Tomorrow is the race and all. So anyway, that's quite a tribute to the people that are taking part in that tomorrow.
Nate Cumming, John David White back deep for the Bruins, standing at about the 10-yard line. And if Mendoza kicks like I saw him kick in warm-ups, it may be a touchback here. We'll see. He has it teed up at the 40, kicking left to right. And here at Sylvan Hills, it's kind of an odd configuration. We sit on the visiting side. The press box is on the visitor side. So we're right here with the Pulaski Academy fans. And we're ready to tee this one off. It's a big one. Pulaski Academy needs to keep it going. You don't want to get yourself in a hole early. You want to score early, Brooks.
Yeah,
and make a point.
Right, and that's hopefully we can do that early tonight, like you mentioned.
You let a team hang around with you, and they become even more and more dangerous. Here comes a kick from Mendoza from the 40, left to right, high, end over end. Cummings back at the 5, fields it, back out to the 10, to the 15, being pursued, twists around, and finally goes down at about the 20-yard line. Cummings gets it out to the 20. So that's where the Bruins will start. Lane Hatcher, the quarterback. We've talked about him, what a week he had last week. Bruins put up 86 points.
I don't think we'll ever see a performance like that again, so. Jay. That's something.
He's got a running back on both sides of him. We are low here, folks, so sometimes it's going to be hard to call where the ball is at, because this press box is very low. It's almost like being on the sidelines. Hatcher has 2 running backs. He's going to pass, though. Dumps it off to one running back. Coming left. He's at the 20, out to the 25-yard line. Hayden Cobb caught it. And we'll have to see where they mark it. Also, the bench is in front of the bench players are in front of the line, but they're going to give him 5-6 out to the 26. So 2nd down and 4. Hatcher alone in the shotgun on 2nd and 4. Looks to pass, rolls right this time, has time, sets up, now in trouble, now has to dump it off, incomplete. That time they got to him a little bit.
Sure did.
On the left edge, the defensive end putting some pressure. So it'll be 3rd down.
Fortunately, he was wide enough outside the tackle there that he just kind of threw it out of bounds and didn't get called for intentional grounding.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 26. Need to get to the 30 for a 1st down. Hatcher with a running back to his right. Pumps. Now looks, has a man open as Trey Johnson overthrows him at the 35-yard line of Sylvan Hills, just over the top of his fingertips.
What would you say, 6 inches?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it's 4th down and 4 from the 26. And they do not have any markers on the other side to mark where the ball is, or 1st down markers or anything else. So we're having to look right past the Pulaski Academy players on the bench. Here we go, 4th down. Hatcher alone the shotgun. From the 26, needs the 30. Looks, stands, now throws. It's going to be caught. 1st down, Trey Johnson at the 35, and he's going to trot out of bounds on the Sylvan Hills sideline at the 41-yard line. So Johnson gets a 1st down. The Bruins move the sticks. That's a big play early.
Oh,
that's a big play
was.
early. You don't want to give them momentum and turn the ball over to them this early in the ball game.
Yeah, Trey went about 5 or 6 yards across the middle and is wide open.
Here's a handoff up the middle, a big hole, 45, 50, 45, 40. Turn it on at the 30, 25, 20, 50, 10, 5, touchdown. That's 21, Jaden Kelly, a junior. He hit the hole, and you can see him hit another gear there, Brooksy.
Yeah, he put the afterburner on and took off.
That's a big play. Took him under a minute. A little over a minute and a second. They're going to go for two. Hatcher with a running back to his left. Little shovel pass. Trey Johnson, he jumps into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and the Bruins have scored first to make it 8-0. Some good blocking up the middle on that run by Kelly. And you could tell there was a hole there, Brooks, and once he hit the hole, he just shot through.
Yeah, I think I could have run through that one. He was wide. It was just wide open for him to go. He didn't hardly have to change course or anything. It was just straight up the middle.
8-0 Bruins. Strike early. That's what you need to do. Now the defense needs to come out and do their job, get the ball back for this offense. Or maybe an onside kick recovery. Hatcher will tee it up at the 40, kicking right to left. Bruins, of course, try the onside kick the majority of the times. The Bears know this. They're right up at the 50-yard line. Yeah, we're waiting for the official to blow the whistle. There's the whistle, and here comes the kick. It's a bouncer. It's going to be a high bouncer. It's up for grabs, and it's still up for grabs. I think it came loose, and the Bears got it at their own 48-yard line. Wow. That was up for grabs for a little while.
You know, one thing I want to mention, last week we did have two onside kicks that was recovered by Braden Bratcher, or Luke Bratcher, and so I think Coach Kelly, if he can get 20% of them, he feels like they're doing good.
Yep. They're going to give it to the Bears at the 49, their own 49. 1st and 10. Quarterback is Lumpkin. He's in a shotgun on first down. There's a man in motion. That's Youngblood. He's going to flip it out to Youngblood. He has it at the 45, trying to get back the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to make it. He fumbled a football. The ball's on the ground, but Youngblood, I think, picked it up.
Yeah, I believe he did too, Jay.
Good job defensively. They didn't give Youngblood any room to run, and that's going to be a loss of about 4. 2nd and 14.
We'll say lost about 4 yards.
Zach White on the tackle.
Bring up 2nd and 14.
Pushes it back to the 45-yard line. Lumpkin has a man in motion. Looks to pass. Fires it to the right side. Caught at the line of scrimmage. Gets away from one man, but not the second. He's only going to get a couple of yards on the play. Threw that to Trey Coleman. Zach White on the tackle again. And it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and a long 12 for Sylvan Hills at their own 46.5-yard line.
We'll say gain of 12 to 2 yards on the play, so that'll bring up 3rd and about 12.
Ball's about 3 yards shy of the midfield stripe. Lumpkin alone the shotgun on 3rd down. Here comes the rush. He steps up. He avoids one man, has to avoid another. They've got him wrapped up, and he goes down back at the 36-yard line. Too many people coming after him. Matthew Hugg was there, a sophomore.
Well, that's one way to stop a passing offense is harass the quarterback and not give him enough time. And that's exactly what PA did on that last play.
Defense looked good on that one. They're going to have to kick it away. Punter standing back at about the 21-yard line. Nobody back deep for PA, of course. They just run off the field after the punt to avoid any kind of problems. Awaiting the snap on 4th down and long. Snap is good. Lumpkin, the quarterback, is the kicker. He kicks it away, and it's going to fall dead and die and actually take a Bruin bounce.
Took a
hit
back
the
spin.
30. He came back to about the 33. So here comes the offense again. Bruins leading at 8-0 here with 8:48 to go in the first quarter. If the offense can keep it going. Good job that time by the defense to get off the field and give the ball back to the offense. Hatcher has a running back to his right. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. That's the wide side of the field. There's a direct snap to the running back. He's trying the left side, has 5. Has about 7 or 8 yards on the run. That looks like E.J. Anderson.
Yeah, that was E.J.
Ball carrier was number 29, E.J. Anderson.
E.J. got about 7 out of it, out to the 40.
Number 22, Kyle White for the Bears.
That was just a direct snap to him.
Yeah, we'll say gain of 7.
Now Hatcher's the only man in the backfield on 2nd down and 3. Hatcher looks to pass. Has time, throws, caught. That's Trey Johnson across midfield into Bear territory at the 49-yard line.
On that Trey, on that play, looks like Trey tried to do a hitch and go, but he turned and did the hitch, and then he came right back. That was a good play by him.
8-0 Bruins leading. They have the football again on the Bears side of the field. Hatcher with Anderson to his left. He looks to pass. Now he's being rushed, and he's going to be sacked back at the 40. That was bad luck, a bad break.
Yeah.
One of the defenders was coming through. He bumped him off. The lineman bumped him off. That was Luke Hawes, but he bumped him right into Hatcher. So they're going to lose about 9. Back to the.
Looks like on the 41
10,
there.
Back to the 41.
Yeah.
We have to look to find the numbers here. So 2nd down and about 20. Hatcher to pass. Throws long. Has a man. That's Lynch. And he overthrows Lynch at the 25. Lynch was open. He had zoomed by Deontay Hutchinson. So now it'll be 3rd down and 20. He was open.
He was. He just needed to hit him, and that would have been another touchdown because he was several yards behind the defender.
Yep. So now 3rd down and 20. The ball is at the 41. They need to get inside the Bear 40 for a 1st down. Hatcher back to pass. Looks. Throws. Screen pass right side at the 40, the 45, the 50. Down to the 49, maybe the 48-yard line. Just a simple little screen right. And that picks up good yardage. It'll be 4th down and close to 10. We're spotted at the 49 of Sylvan Hills. So it'll be 4th down and 10.
That last screen was to Nathan Biagioni.
So here's another big 4th down. Empty backfield for Hatcher. 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The left is the wide side of the field with 7 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Hatcher rolls left, now steps up, now throws. It's going to be, is it caught? No, they're going to say incomplete. Tried to hit a receiver, Trey Johnson, at the 35, and this time the offense does not score. That's big news.
Yes.
The offense didn't score.
Very unusual for the Bruins.
They turn it over on downs at the 49-yard line, the Bears 49. Bruins leading at 8-0 with 6:53 to play in the 1st quarter here at Sylvan Hills. Coach Kelly's trying to teach something on the sideline.
You know, he strives for perfection.
He sure does.
And,
he sure does. He's working with Hatcher over there trying to explain something. Yeah. Here's a handoff to Youngblood. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, plows forward close to 5.
Was number 7, Deion Youngblood.
On the handoff, went off right tackle, and he's going to get down to the Bruin 45-yard line, so we're close to the 45. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, we'll gain about 5 yards on that play. That'll bring up 2nd.
Lumpkin, the quarterback, Youngblood, the running back, and receiver. He does about everything.
Just kind of one-man team, isn't he?
Yep. Here's a handoff to Youngblood running right again. He cuts back at the 40, gets down to the 38, and that's a 1st down. Brooks Walton there to make the tackle, along with some of his buddies, but that's a 1st down for Sylvan Hills. Youngblood, you're going to hear a heavy dose of Youngblood tonight. So the Bears on the move with 6:15 to go here in the 1st quarter. Bruins leading at 8-0.
Bruins need to put a stop here on this.
Lumpkin, the quarterback. Ryan Lumpkin, he's a senior. He looks to pass. He pumps. He's going to swing it out to Youngblood. And let's see. This ball is going to be incomplete. Overthrown at about the 15-yard line. Well defended. Luke Bratcher was back there. Surely Youngblood's going to get tired in a little bit. giving it to him on every play or trying to get it to him on every play.
Surely he'll come out for a little breather here in a minute, won't he?
Second down and 10 at the Bruin 38. Bears bring the play in. Clock stopped on the incompletion. 5:56 to play in the first. Bruins were the only score on their first possession, making it 8-0. Went for two and made it. Here's Lumpkin with Youngblood to his left. This time they're going to give it to somebody else, and he tries the middle and gets back to the 36, gain of a couple.
Big Ty Compton for the Bears.
That went to 44, Ty Compton.
That was made by,
Tackle made by Brooks Walton and Isaiah Woods.
Oh, number 30, Isaiah Woods for the Bruins.
So a big third down play here. Third and, we'll call it 7. It's a little more than 7.
Yeah, maybe 3 yards on a play. That'll bring up third and a long 7.
Lumpkin, the quarterback, gives it to Youngblood running left. The Bruins are there. He cuts back inside, but they're still going to get him at about the 33-yard line.
Ball carrier was number 7, Deion Youngblood.
And that's going to be a fourth down. Oh, just a steady dose of Youngblood. They gave it to him running left. He cut it back inside, made a few yards, but it's fourth down and 5 at the 33. Walton on the tackle. Ball's at the 33. They need to get to about the 28. Fourth down for the Bears, and we'll see if the defense can get off the field here. Lumpkin, the quarterback. As a running back in motion to the right. He looks to pass. Rushes on. The Bruins have him. The Bruins have him, and he goes down. He fumbles the football and falls on it. Just a big jumbled mess. Thomas Wheelis back there.
Yeah.
They had him. They spun him around. He hit the ground. He fumbled. Everybody jumped on it. And Bruins are going to get the football. A good job defensively.
You bet. That was a nice play by Wheelis.
Back in the backfield, taking a knee.
Thomas Wheelis.
We'll say
You got so many players on this team that don't get a lot of accolades, Brooks,
I
but
know
just
it.
do their job.
Yep.
You know, they just do their job
42-yard line.
and do it well. First down for the offense now after the defense turns Sylvan Hills away at the 30 or the 42-yard line. Hatcher back to pass. Rush comes. He throws it over the middle, and there should be a
Billy was an
eligible receiver against Pulaski Academy. It's declined. So it'll be second down and 10. Ball is at the 42. Need to get to the Sylvan Hills 48 for a first down. So it's second down and long. 4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bruins with the only score. And they lead at 8-0. Hatcher with the running back to his side. Hands it off up the middle. A little bit of a hole out to midfield, tumbling into, well, up to about the 46, we'll say. That was Mason Cobb. Picked up a few yards and make it third down, and we'll call it 6. We'll say he picked up 4 on that one.
That's going to bring up third and.
Ball's at the 46. Hatcher with a running back to his right this time. Takes the handoff, throws, has a man open at midfield and tumbling close to the first down marker. He got into Bear territory at about the 49, and he's going to have to get to the 48 for a first down. So that was Brett Lynch on the far side. And Bruins will go for it, of course. Fourth and we'll call it a couple. The ball's just inside the 50-yard line, but they need to get to about the 48 for a first down. Running back is number 85, Mason Cobb, a sophomore. He's off to the right or the left of Hatcher now, but Hatcher rolls to his left, looks to pass on fourth down, dumps it off. Lynch has it, first down at the 45, down to the Bear 43. Years ago, Coach Kelly told me, he said, hey, a 5-yard pass is just as good as a 5-yard run.
That's true.
So, there you go.
Yeah. Of course, you wouldn't want to say that to Frank Broyles or Darryl Rowe.
No, it didn't work out back
No,
then.
back in their days, a whole lot of different philosophy.
First and 10 Bruins at the Bear 43, right in front of us. And now a timeout is called by Sylvan Hills. So we'll take a break with them. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Bruins lead it 8-0. You're listening to Bruin football on 96.5 FM. Back at Sylvan Hills, first and 10 Bruins at the Sylvan Hills 43, moving from our right to our left with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Bruins lead it 8-0. Scored on their first possession, went for two and made it look pretty easy. And the next possession, after the defense held, they stalled and turned it back over. Now they're trying on the third possession. First down. Hatcher flips it off. Sideline pattern to Cobb. Got it down to about the 37. Well, I'm telling you what, he's a big kid.
He certainly is.
And he just ducked his head and made a defender pay for it before he went out of bounds. Peyton Terry took the brunt of that one. 6-yard gain on first down. Second down and 4 at the Sylvan Hills 37. Hatcher back to pass, has time, launches it. It's going to be caught by Henry. Hud carries it down inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line. Hudson Henry with a big first down catch, and now they're moving. Arshad Yancey on the stop. So the Bruins on the move. Still in the first quarter, just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, Hud made a good catch on that. It was a little bit behind him. And,
catch it off his shoulder pad. First down, Hatcher. Has a snap, looks to pass, throws left side. This one's in the end zone. Touchdown, Trey Johnson. Well, I made that one look easy,
he
too.
certainly did.
Trey was running a little slant pattern over the middle from right to left, and he just looked up, and all he had to do was reach out and grab the football. And with 2:48 to go, the Bruins have scored again to make it 14-0. I got to say something, too. This Bruin Brigade is better.
They are, absolutely.
They are better.
I'll tell you, look.
They're sounding good.
And they've got a good pep squad. I mean, the cheerleaders and cheer now. Gosh, there's looks like 20 or 30 girls out there.
Bruin Brigade is the band, of course, for Pulaski Academy. Hatcher tried to go for two himself, and he slipped a little bit going in, and he's not going to make it. And that's going to make it 14-0 with 2:48 to play here in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here. We'll send it back to studios in just a moment. We'll let Zach catch up a little bit. Zach Thomas doing a great job in the studio, as always. All the guys up here. You know, you guys up here, I did mention your name earlier, but you were too busy working to hear it. I know, you're too busy working to hear it. Miss Vicky's here, but she's one of the smarter ones. She's sitting right outside the booth in the cool air. Bruins lead at 14-0 with 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Pulaski Academy will kick it away from the 40 right to left on your radio dial, as they used to say.
Okay. Jay, that last drive was 7 plays.
Yep.
Covered 58 yards, and it was a 30-yard TD pass by Hatcher to Trey Johnson, and took 1 minute and 49 off the clock.
That's more like it. So the kick from right to left, which is the east to west here at Sylvan Hills. Here comes the onside kick. It's a high hopper, and it's going to be fielded by Sylvan Hills. Now a scramble, and the Bruins have it. At about the 49, one of the Bears went up to try to get the football before it went 10 yards.
He's hurt.
He touched it. One of his own men undercut it.
Boy.
Merritt Jones, I believe, came up with the football for the Bruins. But, yeah, he was undercut by his own man, and he lost the football, and the Bruins came up with it just shy of the midfield marker. So first down Bruins after the recovered onside kick.
And you know that's got to be demoralizing to the defense. They just got off the field. Now they got to get
right
back on the
it.
field.
Yep,
So
right back on it.
It is. It's demoralizing.
And like we've talked about before, you have to chase these receivers every play for
Yeah.
Pulaski Academy, so it has to get tiring. First down for the Bruins, and Hatcher has a running back off to his left. Got Lynch in motion, but he's going to keep it himself. He bumps into the line and has to struggle to get to the 50-yard line and falls into, that was Braden Bratcher who took it. He was kind of pummeled around, but got at least a yard out of it. Across the, now they're going to mark him right on the 50, so he got about a foot. Still be second down and 9. Bratcher in there with Hatcher. This time it'll be Hatcher, hands it off to Bratcher, and he's got about 5, 6, maybe 7 yards. Down inside the 45 to the 43. Javion Franklin finally made the tackle. So it'll be third down and a long 3.
And we'll say gain about 7 on the play and bring up 3rd and 3.
Hatcher on third down. 3rd and short. Awaits the snap, looks to the sidelines. Has the snap, now looks to pass, dumps it over the middle. It's going to be caught, and what a hit laid on him. And there comes a flag.
Yeah.
That was a cheap shot. John David White made the catch, and the defender just waited and then laid it on him. A high hit, but he held on to the football, John David White did.
There is a bandana in the Bermuda.
That could be a targeting, I'd say, Jay,
Yep.
and it could be an injection.
Well, you can't. I know it was Sylvan Hills coach. You're saying, hey, it's just a tough hit, but no, you can't hit a guy just as he catches. He didn't have a chance to defend himself at all. That's a personal foul. And they'll mark it off from outside the 30, where he was waylaid.
That'll tack on a Lincoln and a Hamilton.
Well, I guarantee you if that instant replay in college, that would be targeting, and I believe the defender would have been ejected.
Well, they're going to move it down to the 16-yard line. You can get somebody hurt that way. There's no doubt about it. Move it down to the 16-yard line. First down for the Bruins. Hatcher with the running back to his left. He's going to pitch it back to Bratcher. Bratcher cuts inside the 10. He noses forward before he's knocked backwards. He got just inside the 10-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
That was made by number 26,
Michael Williams on the tackle.
Along with number 57, Lucas Farm for the Bears. Then we'll say gain about 6 on the play.
So it'll be second down for the Bruins. Second and a short 5, long 4. Ball is just inside the 10. Hatcher with the running back behind him. Pistol formation. Hands it off. Running left. Sylvan Hills is there, but the pile is still moving down to about the 6-yard line. That was Kelly again. Jaden Kelly. They had him at the line of scrimmage, but Jaden just kept driving forward. They're going to mark him down at the 7. Third down and about a yard. From the 7-yard line. They need to get to the 6 for a first down. Clock running, only 25 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Hatcher resets Kelly to his right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Kelly. He tries to cut back inside. And I think he has the first down. The pile is finally shoved backwards, but I think Kelly has it at the 5. They have it marked, so it should be first and goal, and that is a first down. First and goal, Bruins at just outside the 5, and it probably will be the last play of the quarter. It says 7. Stop to move the chains. So the Bruins lead at 14-0. They're driving for more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They did not get it off, and the horn sounds, and that's the end of the first quarter, but the Bruins will take it. We'll go into the second quarter, where the Bruins leading at 14-0, and they'll be starting at the 5-yard line of Sylvan Hills. 14-0 Bruins lead this one. You're listening to 96.5 F. Good to have you with us. Next week's game, of course, don't forget, will be at War Memorial Stadium as the Bruins take on upstart Parkview Patriots.
You know, we kind of had a little discussion about the different press boxes. We're going to be uptown next week.
We'll be in a little better one, yeah. It's a pretty decent one.
Yeah,
we're making our home away from home with all the state championships.
That's true. Maybe it's. I don't want to say anything right now.
Yeah, no, we don't want to jinx ourselves.
Nope. Not going to say it.
Well, the Bruins start off the second quarter leading at 14-0, and they have the football at Sylvan Hill's 5-yard line, 1st and goal. And so far, it's gone according to script. You want to come into a game like this and make a statement to this other team. Hey, tonight's not your night to upset us.
Yep. So far in the first quarter, I think they've done that.
Yep. We'll see if they can punch it in here from the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Hatcher has Bratcher off to his left. Hatcher and Bratcher. Awaits the snap. Has the snap. Hatcher looks, passes. It is going to be, did he catch it? Did he hang on? Yes, he did. He hung on. That's Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson hung on right at the corner, in the corner of the end zone. We had to wait till he got up to see if he held on. He did. So a touchdown, Bruins. That is 20-0. They'll go for one. Hatcher's in. Bratcher to hole. On the extra point. Awaiting the snap. Snap is good. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So we'll keep it right here.
Go with 11:56 left before halftime.
Bruins leading it now 21-0 with 11:56 to go in the first half.
And Sylvan Hills Bears.
They've done what they need to do so far, Brooksy.
Pardon,
They've done what they need to do.
Oh yes,
so
absolutely.
Far.
They've done exactly what they need to do. They've scored 21 points, 3 touchdowns ahead right now. But that last drive was 50 yards and covered 5 plays. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass to Trey Johnson by quarterback Lane Hatcher. And the total time on the drive was 2 minutes and 49 seconds.
Not a bad-looking drive. This coaching staff, what a job they do. Of course, Coach Kevin Kelly. Offensive line, Blake Amsler. Wide receivers, Anthony Lucas. Defensive coordinators are Madison Taylor, Jason Wyatt, Adam Thrash on the defensive line. Chris Peterson out there, the trainer, Todd Ross. Nice job by all of them.
You bet.
Bruins will kick it off from left to right, and here comes another onside kick. It's a high bouncer. It's up for grabs, and the Bruins have it
again.
Bruins have it at about just past the midfield stripe. That time it looked like Sylvan Hills just didn't care about coming up to get it.
For the Bruins. Bruins are going to set up shop. 1st and 10. And Bear, 49.
Braden Cash got that one. Sophomore.
Well, he jumped way high to get it.
Well, it looked like the Bears kind of backed away from that one at the midfield stripe, and the Bruins went up and got it. And they'll have it just inside Bear territory, leading 21-0 with 11:54 to go until halftime. Hatcher alone in the shotgun. See if he tries to strike quickly here. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. He looks toward the PA sideline. Now he's ready. Rush is on. He's in trouble. He's going to be knocked down about the 42-yard line. Coming through quickly was Devontae Muldrow. Yeah, he just came through like a bullet. Nobody picked him up.
They lost about 8 yards on the play.
So a big loss back to the 42-yard line. Loss of 8, 2nd down and 18. Well, you haven't seen that much this season.
No, we certainly haven't.
But that was definitely a blitz coming, and didn't pick it up, and Blaine had no chance.
Definitely be something the line can work on next week.
Yep, give him something to work on. Hatcher looks to the sideline. Has a running back on both sides of him this time. Looks to pass, throws, has a man. That's Henry at the 50-yard line. He gets about 4 or 5 more. He just leans like a tree falling.
He does.
And just pushes you out of the way and falls forward for positive yardage. He got it all the way down to the 45-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 6. Gained 12 on the play. 3rd, and now it's workable. 3rd and 6. Hatcher standing on the midfield stripe. by himself. Takes a snap, looks, throws. Going to be in, out of the hands, and nearly caught by Trey Johnson. He was looking for Henry, but it went off his hands and nearly caught down the field by Trey Johnson. Well, now you're looking at 4th down and 6 from the Bear 45. Need to get inside the 40 for a first down. Got to say one thing, this PA announcer here has fun.
He definitely does. He's sitting right next to us. And
reminds me of the one they used to have at North Pulaski. 4th down and 6. Hatcher has a man in motion.
That's number 11, Nate Cummins.
Yep. Takes a snap, looks, rolling left, still looking, throws downfield, jump ball, and it's going to be incomplete. They're going to say it was intercepted. That's a break for the Bruins.
It is, absolutely.
He intercepted at the 19-yard line. They would have had it at the 45.
Yeah, he should have just let it go.
Yeah. That was 4th down. If he'd let it go, they'd have had it at the 45, and now he intercepted it, and they've got it at the 19. Well, I'm telling you what. Well, that is true. That is true. Or tell the officials they made a mistake. You know. 1st and 10. After the interception, Sylvan Hills has it at their own 13-yard line. Or 19-yard line, we'll call it. Lumpkin, the quarterback. Here's a reverse pass, and now they're in trouble. They throw it. It's going to be caught. Well defended, but he's still going to get some positive yards out across the 20 on the far side. Slow developing play, but they're going to get some positive yards out of it. Just a few, not many. They're going to get about 5 out of it. Out to the 24. So we'll go to 2nd down and 5. Bruins lead at 21-0. Lumpkin, the quarterback, looks to pass. He's being rushed. Here comes a flag in, probably holding. He's going to get out to about the 25-yard line. So about the line of scrimmage, maybe gained a yard or 2. Ethan Glasgow made a tackle. But we'll see what the flag is back around the 21-yard line.
I'll make a comment on that last interception. You've got to keep your head in the game at all times, and of course the ball's coming to you, man. I got to catch it.
Oh, they called it against the Bruins, Brooks.
Uh-oh.
So they're going to call face mask against the Bruins.
Hamilton in a Lincoln from the end of the run. Be good enough for a fair first down.
Thank you, Chris Amster. He had to find something to prop the window open with. By golly, I think you've done it. So 1st and 10 after the penalty against the Bruins, out to the 45-yard line. Call it the 41 is where they finally put the ball down. Now a timeout called by Sylvan Hills, and that's their second timeout. So we'll take a break. 9:35 to go in the first half. Bruins leading at 21-0 over Sylvan Hills. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM. The end. Back at Sylvan Hills, Bruins 3-0 in conference play, trying to keep it that way, try to go to 4-0, remain undefeated. Coach Kelly has the whole offense down to the left talking to him. This is going to give him something to work with. Coach Kelly loves it when he has something to work on with this offense and defense. Haven't been completely sharp, but they lead at 21-0. 1st and 10, Sylvan Hills. Here's a handoff to Youngblood running left. The Bruins are there. They have him stacked up behind the line. They're still pushed him back. Finally, the whistles come in. Or whistles blow as the officials come in. Youngblood's going to lose about 5 on the play. Wesley Wise was there to meet him head up, and then he was joined by his buddies. 2nd down and 15. Ball is at the 36-yard line, 36.5. Need to get past midfield for a first down. Lumpkin directs traffic. Sending a receiver to the right on 2nd down and 15. Youngblood goes in motion. Now Youngblood's going to get it running right. Now he's going to throw long. And this is going to be well short and out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. So 3rd down and 15.
Pass intended for number 34,
That's why Youngblood is a running back rather than the quarterback.
Right. You know, he kind of, the receiver kind of went a little bit further than he could throw the ball.
So 3rd down and 15. So it's been Youngblood so far.
He's certainly a real asset to this Sylvan Hills team. I guess without him, they wouldn't have a whole lot.
Yeah. 3rd and 15. Lumpkin has a running back to his left. That's Ty Compton. Compton goes in motion. Lumpkin back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. And it's incomplete. Intended for his receiver at about the 45. He was looking for Devontae White. Blake Titus there to defend. And now it's 4th and 15. Now what does Sylvan Hills want to do? Of course, their quarterback is also their punter. So they're going to go back and punt. They look like the punt team coming on.
They will.
Bruins leading at 21-0 with 8:37 to go here in the first half. Lumpkin, the quarterback, will back up to about the 20-yard line. Nobody back deep for the Bruins. Good job by this defense again. They get off the field here and give it back to the offense. Waiting the snap. He has the snap. Kicks it away. Long kick this time. That's going to hit, but still doesn't get a good roll.
No.
Hits it about the 28. Comes back to the 30, to the 34-yard line. And the Bruins will have it at their own 34.
One rolls out of bounds.
One from our left to our right.
34-yard line.
8:27 to go in the first half. Bruins have the football again, leading at 21-0 here at Sylvan Hills. And we'll see if this offense can get it going.
The kicker certainly had that. He's had backspin tonight.
Yeah, he has.
They hadn't gotten
That's
the roll
okay
at
if you
all.
can hit it inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
but,
there you go.
He's had it go the wrong way against it. Hatcher alone in the shotgun. Nobody back there with him. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Has a snap, looks to pass. Has time this time. Now has to hurry. Throws over the middle way too long.
Yeah.
He was looking that time for Nate Cumming. But he overthrew him by 10 yards. I think he heard some footsteps coming. Saw some blue flash through the middle, and he got rid of it. 2nd down and 10. Stops the clock with 8:21 to go here in the first half. Bruins offense the past couple of times has kind of stalled a little bit. Hatcher this time hands it off to Anderson, and he's leg tackled as he gets out to the 35-yard line.
Ball carrier with number 29.
Elian Dyson.
Stop was made by number 31, Elian Dyson.
I don't think lanes look quite as sharp tonight as they did last week.
No, I guess you probably can't expect it.
No, I mean, like I said, you're going to have some off nights.
It's 3rd down and 8.
Can't be perfect every night.
Ball's at the 35. Call it 3rd and 9. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Have to get out to the 44. Here's a quick pitch. Sideline pattern. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Brent Lynch catches it along the PA sideline. That's enough for a first down. He got 9 on it.
Around the 45-yard line, which will be good enough.
Right at the 45. So that's a big pass and catch.
Big first down for us.
Here's a handoff up the middle to Anderson. This time, nothing. And some of the fans are yelling at this offensive line, get it going. Cypress Givens on the tackle for Sylvan Hills. EJ didn't get much that time. Got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Kind of limped off the field just a little bit. Hope he didn't hurt himself.
2nd down and 10.
No gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and 10.
At their own 45 for the Bruins. Handoff up the middle is Cobb. Twists and turns, gets 5 yards up to midfield. Mason Cobb, the sophomore. Dyson on the tackle. So 3rd down and 5 at midfield. Need to get to the 44 of Sylvan Hills for a first down. 6:54 to go. This clock is ticking away. 21-0 Bruins lead it here in the first half. Hatcher on 3rd down. Looks to pass. Flings it out. Has Lynch at the 50. See if he can make a man miss. A little bit A little bit of a dive to the inside, picks up close to first down yard. He's going to be about a yard shy. Deontay Hutchinson finally grabbed a hold of him and stopped him just shy of the first down marker at about the 46. Need to get to the 45. Fourth and a yard. Cobb is a running back. He's to the right now of Hatcher. Now he goes back to the left of Hatcher on 4th and 1. See what his offensive line can do. Well, they're going to pass. Quick pitch over the middle. It's up for grabs. Lynch has it, though, at the 30. Boy, he just floated it out there.
He did.
And Lynch was in position to chase it down and make the catch at about the 30-yard line.
Well, he
4th and a foot, and you go for a pass.
He definitely didn't set his feet, and I thought he would just threw it up for grabs, but maybe he did, but anyway, it was a nice catch.
First down at the Sylvan Hills 30. Cobb still in there, sophomore. Off to the right of Hatcher on first down. Now he's going to give it to Cobb. He's hit, still struggling for yardage. Gets a couple of yards. When he was hit behind the line of scrimmage, still ended up getting a couple of yards. Inside the 30, inside the 29, to about the 28. Second down, we'll call it 8. Clock ticking down at 5:30 now to go until halftime. Bruins with a 21-0 lead. Haven't been totally sharp, but sharp enough so far.
So far, that's right.
Hatcher with Cobb to his right. 4 on the play clock. Finally gets the snap. Now throws across the middle. Trey Johnson, touchdown. Boy, beautiful pass that time and a beautiful catch by Trey Johnson. He just came from the left side all the way to the goalpost, running a post pattern. Hatcher hit him. 27-0, 5:05 to go till halftime. Touchdown Bruins. They'll try for the extra point. Snap is high, but brought down by Bratcher, and Hatcher punches it through. We'll take a break. 5:05 to play in the first half. The Bruins now lead at 28-0. You're listening to Bruin football on 96.5 FM. The
Back deep for the Bears is number 5, Jameer Shute.
A little over 5 minutes to go till halftime here at Sylvan Hills. Pulaski Academy leading it now 28-0. Brooksy, tell us about that drive.
Okay, that was a 66-yard drive. Took 6 plays. A 28-yard TD reception by Trey Johnson from Lane Hatcher. Surprisingly, though, Trey on this, it took Jay on this one. It took 3:22 off the clock.
Yep,
that's a long drive for the Bruins.
That is. They're set up for another onside kick. Hatcher kicking from our left or right, and here it comes. This time he's just going to squib kick it down the field. It's going to be picked up at the 25 and taking a knee at about the 29-yard line. That's just like saying, hey, that's it. I'm not going any farther.
He didn't want any tackling.
That was Jameer Shutes. Yeah, he said that's it. He just picked it up, ran a few yards, and went down to a knee. First down for Sylvan Hills at just shy of their own 30-yard line. If the defense can get another stop here before halftime. 28-0 Bruins on the road here at Sylvan Hills.
That's very unusual. I had never seen somebody something like that.
Take off on a kickoff and then hit a knee before anybody got to him.
Well, I thought football was a contact sport.
There's a handoff to Youngblood up the middle and fumble.
And
the Bruins have it at about the 35-yard line. Youngblood fumbled the football, and the Bruins have it.
Bruins have it, yeah.
He made about 5 yards out to the 35, but he was hit by about 3 Bruins, and all of a sudden there was a mad scramble, and the white-shirted Bruins got up pointing their way, and they were right. Well, there you go. Just outside the 34, inside the 35. Coach Kelly has Hatcher on the sideline, now sends him out to the huddle. 4:48 to go till halftime. Bruins leading at 28-0, looking for a little bit more. Hatcher with the running back to his left. Sets him up, and now we're ready to go. Direct snap. Bratcher throws it back to Hatcher.
Ooh.
He throws it down the field, and it's going to be intercepted at the 10. Back to the 15-yard line. That was just a ill-fated play.
Yeah, a
from
little
the start.
razzle-dazzle. And
Bratcher got the direct snap, flipped it back to Hatcher, and he tried to throw it down the field. And that was not pretty, and Hatcher threw it into about 4 blue shirts.
I think Coach ought to put that one back on the shelf.
Yeah.
15-yard line.
Well, a turnover gives it back to Sylvan Hills at the 15. So the only thing that happened was Sylvan Hills had the ball at 35. Now they have it at the 16. First out. Ryan Lumpkin, the quarterback, hands it off to his running back. Up the middle we go, and struggling for yardage. Out has about 7 or 8. That's Youngblood again. He's a senior. Got good yardage across the 20, out close to the 25.
That was made by number 8, Luke Bratcher. Oh, number 10,
Luke Bratcher on the tackle. Second down, a yard to go. Pick up of 9 for Youngblood. Oh, somebody left early that time. I think everybody left, and the center still had the football. Flags flying everywhere.
Yeah. It'll definitely be on Sylvan Hills. Should be.
Yeah, it's going to back them up. False start.
That'll cost them an Abe Lincoln. And bring up second and a long 6.
So instead of second and yard, it's going to be second down and 6. Ball is just inside the 20. Need to get out to about the 25 for a first down. Lumpkin with Youngblood to his left on second down. Has the snap. This time he's going to hand it off to his other running back, running to the right. He's got a little bit of a hole. Tries to get outside, but a good tackle. Got out to about the 25-yard line. That was Ty Compton. He's a senior also. It's going to be third and short. Zach White on the tackle.
That gained about 5 on the play, so that's going to bring up third and
about third and about a yard and a half. Clock ticking here in the second quarter. He's a handoff to Compton again, and let's see. I don't know if he made it or not. I don't think he did.
Number 7, Dion Youngblood for the
I don't think he did. That was Youngblood. He didn't make it, I don't think, Brooksy.
I don't believe he did
I believe
either.
it's going to be fourth down and short. Now, this is a big call. I'll tell you why. It's 28-0. And if you go for it for Sylvan Hills and give the Bruins the ball right here, they could put up that 35th point before halftime.
Yep.
Being ahead 35-0, which would start the sportsmanship rule in the second half.
Right.
So, but I think they're going to go. They're going to go. Youngblood in the backfield.
All they like's just about a yard.
Tight formation this time. Youngblood has it, and he's going to get the first down as the pile moves out to the 28-yard line.
Ball carrier was number 7, Dion Youngblood.
Need to get across the 26. That time, Lumpkin was under center. Ryan Howe on the tackle. First down for Sylvan Hills.
Good enough for a fair first down.
Near the 29-yard line.
First and 10 Bears at their own 24.
So first and 10 from the 29. Lumpkin with a running back Youngblood to his left. This time he's got a pass, throws right, long pass, has a man out there. This ball's going to be caught right around the 30-yard line down to the 25. That time they connected on one. Hunter Balin. Zach White on the tackle. That time it worked out. He hung it out there just right for his receiver, and he had a step on the defender.
Yeah.
And that's a first down at the 22-yard line of Pulaski Academy.
Was a little reminiscent of last week a little bit.
Yeah. Here's a handoff this time to Youngblood, and he hammers inside the 20. Down to about the 19-yard line. Maybe the 18. Second down and 6. Lumpkin, the quarterback, sends Youngblood in motion, looks to pass, swings it out to Youngblood, and he's going to avoid one tackler and get down to about the 15-yard line.
Pass was complete to number 7.
Thought they were going to throw a flag for holding that time.
Yeah.
Luke Bratcher, somebody had a handful of one of the defenders. Bratcher made the tackle. Ball's at the 15. It'll be third down and a couple.
The Bruins definitely need to tighten up here and not let them score.
Minute 23 to go until halftime. Bruins leading at 28-0. Don't want to give them any life here right before halftime.
No.
Here's a pass play. Is Lumpkin running right. Now he's going to tuck it, and he's going to be tackled as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Got close to the first down. Let's see where they mark it. We're going to have to take a look at it. I think it's going to be fourth and short. Now they're going to measure. They're going to call a timeout. Now they stop the clock with 55 to play. 55 seconds. They're going to measure. Maybe a little short. The ball is about the 13-yard line. It's either going to be first down or it's going to be fourth down and short. All right, Zach's here. Yeah. Good deal. That's a fourth down. So they're going to have to go for it on fourth here. Fourth and short, close to a yard.
Less than 1.
Ball's at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, certainly don't need to let us score right before half here.
No. Fourth and about I'd say 2 feet. Tight formation again. Lumpkin goes back, hands it off to Youngblood. He dances outside. He may score.
He's gone.
Going to. Touchdown. Yeah, he tried to hit the middle, and everybody was bunched in the middle. And once he bounced off that line, he just headed outside. He was gone. It's 28-6.
Yeah, that speed, boy. He hit the corner, and he was gone.
I got to tell you what, Coach Kelly's going to do a little preaching at halftime. I'll tell you that.
Preaching and teaching.
Yep. 28-6 with 48 seconds to go until halftime. Now this guy we were talking about, Mendoza's on for the extra point. He's a heck of a kicker. He's just a junior. He'll try the extra point with 48 seconds to go until halftime. Awaiting the snap. Snap is good. The kick is up. And boy, he drilled it.
Oh, man. Has he got a leg on him?
We will take a break. 48 seconds to go until halftime. Our score, Pulaski Academy 28, Sylvan Hills 7. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM. From the 29-yard line. Bruins dressed in their all white with gold numerals. Hatcher. He's going to give it. There's Bratcher that has it. He's going to twist and turn across the 20 or 35. I think they're going to call him down at about the 36-yard line. He's going to be about a couple or 3 yards shy of the first down. 3rd down and 3. Ball's at the 36. Need to get to the 39 for a first down. But the clock's running. 20 seconds now. It's still running. This time Hatcher looks to pass, looks to throw, has a man, drag pattern across the middle at the 40, the 45, stepping out of bounds with 11 seconds to go at the 47-yard line. That was Trey Johnson. Peyton Terry chased him out of bounds into the Bruins sideline. First down for the Bruins, but there's 10 seconds left till halftime.
Will be spotted. First and 10 Bruins at their own 46.
First down with Hatcher and a shotgun. Bruins leading at 28-7. Join these guys for halftime here in a few minutes. Should be a dandy. Hatcher back to pass. Looks, throws long. Has a man. It's Trey Johnson. He just overthrew him at the 20. Trey had broken free. He was open, and Hatcher just missed it. That was a touchdown waiting to happen.
Yeah. Bring up second in.
Maybe they'll come back same play, try it again.
Maybe 5 seconds to go. You got probably one more play left here, with the Bruins leading at 28-7. So this probably will do it, barring a penalty. I guess you got to go for it here with 5 seconds to go. Why not?
You might as well.
Hatcher has the ball. Quick pitch to the left. And it's going to be a little shovel pass to Brett Lynch, and that's going nowhere. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 46, and that's going to end the half. So we've reached halftime. Our score at half here at Sylvan Hills. Pulaski Academy 28, Sylvan Hills 7. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5.
Good evening and welcome back to PA Bruin Radio. This is Joshua Carroll. I'm here with Brooks Beasley. Brooks, you can't argue with what we've seen in this first half. It looks good.
Well, so far it does, but I'm going to tell you what, it doesn't look as sharp as it did last week. Of course, you know, the competition tonight, last week was a real rivalry game, and so you could see the anticipation and the enthusiasm and the build up to that game, and it's not here tonight. I mean, the Bruins they're playing good football, but it's not up to I don't think it's up to Coach Kelly's wants.
So what do you think it is that Coach Kelly is talking to them in the locker room about right now? We tried to get Madison Taylor, but Coach had to get in there. What are they talking about right now and trying to fix?
Well, I never have been a coach, but just focus on the game and compete for 48 minutes, not 60 minutes like a college game. But I'm sure he's get your head in the ball game and let's be sharp. You know, Coach Kelly tries for perfection on each play and in every game. I mean, you're not going to get that. But you can strive for that, and that's what he does, and that's what he tries to instill into the players, to play the very best every game. But right now, I'd say 85-90% sharpness as compared to last week.
Right. You know, obviously there was the interception there just in the second quarter. What type of effect do you think that has on this quarterback?
I don't really think that affects him. To me, he's thrown so many completions, and it's just you know, if you throw the ball enough during the year, I don't care who you are, you're going to have some interceptions. You know, you're not going to see somebody cutting across in the line of sight of the receiver, but you just have to forget about it and don't let it bother you. And I think Lane does that.
Outstanding. Well, let's go ahead and take a look real quick at some of the other halftime scores around the state. We have BB playing at McClellan. BB is 14. McClellan has 24. Then we have at halftime as well, Valley View 21. Blytheville has 7. In the second quarter, these games are still playing so far. We've got Wynn leading Batesville 21-10. We have Alma leading Clarksville 21-14. Another good game there. So we've got some great games going on around the state. It looks like Greenbrier is currently defeating Harrison 16-0. So that's going to be a blowout, I think, later.
Well, you know, I think Harrison's right up there at the top. Yeah, they are 5-1 and 3-0 in Conference 5A West.
Wow, that's impressive.
So that is impressive right there.
Do you have any other stats for us from the first half?
I really don't have any individual stats or anything like that. All I do is I've got a kind of a recap of all the scoring drives that we have, and we might want to go over that if you'd like. The first drive was 5 plays, covered 80 yards, and it was let's see, I scratched. A 90. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. I scratched it down so fast. I think it was. I'm gonna say a 14-yard. I can't read my own morning. That is terrible. Anyway, the drive took 55 seconds, and they went for 2 on the extra point and made it. So it made it 8-0. The next drive was 7 plays and covered 58 yards, and it was 30-yard pass by Hatcher to Trey Johnson. Took 1 minute and 49 off the clock, and they went for 2, but that failed. Anyway, made the score 14-0, and that is what the first quarter ended up, 14-0. In the second quarter, we had the first scoring drive was 5 plays, covered 50 yards, and it was a 5-yard pass by Hatcher to Trey Johnson again. That makes 2 for him so far. And the drive took 2 minutes and 49 seconds. And the last drive of the half was a 6-play, 66-yard drive, and it's 28-yard TD pass by Hatcher to Trey Johnson again. So Trey's got 3 touchdown passes tonight, so that's really outstanding there for him. And the drive took 3:22 off the clock, and then that made it 28-0. And then after that, Sylvan Hills scored right before the half. I think it was about 10 seconds or so to go, and they kicked the extra point, so it made it 28-7 at halftime.
Outstanding. You know, I look out at this band in front of us. They are impressive. Look at the numbers they have.
For a 5A school, that is, you know, some 6, 7A schools don't have that many, and so it's an outstanding band.
Very impressive. All right, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in just a minute. We're going to have Zach Kelly from Ouachita Baptist, former PA Bruin. I'd like to welcome him. So join us again in just a moment after this break. You're listening to 96.5 FM, The Answer.
Brooks Beasley. Nice to meet you, Zach.
Hello, hello.
Welcome back to Bill Blackwood Field here at Sylvan Hills. At halftime, the score, Sylvan Hills 7 and Pulaski Academy 28. This is Chris Ansler, public address announcer for the Bruins and part-time radio producer. And we're here with Zach Kelly, who is currently a redshirt freshman at Washita Baptist University, and he just happens to have the same last name as the Pulaski Academy coach. But that's purely coincidental.
And once again, a big hand for the pride of the hillside. The Sylvan Hills Marching Bear Band.
It's going pretty well. We played last night against Southern Nazarene University, and we're 5-2 now. Looking to win out and hopefully win our conference championship.
That would be nice. That would be very nice. And let's see, redshirt freshmen, so you get some playing time with these?
Yes, sir, a little bit. I think I got about 8 plays last night, and playing a little bit more each game, and just trying to work hard and get in.
Targets, receptions, I mean, where the fantasy position?
I've got 1 rush for -1 yard and 1 reception for 1 yard, so I'm evened out right now.
There you go.
That sounds good. So tell us what's going on in the locker room right now. You seem to be down there really sticking by your dad, learning a lot. What else he was saying to him, and what are the adjustments that were? Or first, tell us your impressions from the first half.
We're doing all right now. 28-7. We would have liked to make that 28-0. We're making good adjustments on offense. Lane's missing some passes here and there. He's throwing the ball on the line when he should be lobbing it up a few times when the safeties crash down hard. Other than that, game plan's going really well. We're having some trouble blocking up front. That's making the run game a little bit harder to come by when they leave 5 in the box. But other than that, it's looking pretty good.
So it's kind of just numbers that they're throwing at them, or are they outside what's out in the
Not really out manning outside. We're kind of hurting ourselves a little bit. We try to throw the ball downfield. We're not hitting our targets very well.
So what are the adjustments that you would make if you're in your dad's position? What would you do to the second half?
We're running.
No.
We're running good plays. He's calling good plays. We got to make sure the receivers are watching for blitz, and that's their job. And they're bringing both middle linebackers sometimes, and so it's the receiver's job to notice that and yell at Lane after he's already snapped the ball. And sometimes receivers get a little preoccupied and don't pay attention and just want to run their routes. So other than that, I mean, the plays, I can't really see any play adjustments that we're seeing. We've got good ones. I don't know what else to say.
Absolutely. Going back to Washita Baptist, what's the tell us the big differences. What are the things that you've noticed the last 2 years being at the university? What is there anything that really caught you off guard or surprised you, or is just dramatically different from PA Bruin high school football to playing at Washita Baptist?
The biggest differences I've seen at PA, we probably practice special teams, onside, field goal, all that, probably about 15 minutes a whole week. And at Washita Baptist, I know we got special teams meetings every day for about 20 minutes. And we go out on the practice field and practice those special teams for about 30 minutes each day.
Oh, wow.
And so that's a pretty big difference. Other than that, getting used to, we've got a lot of athletes, a lot of good players, and I'm not saying PA doesn't, but obviously you go up to college football and you got really good athletes. O-line, D-line's a lot bigger, and the game just is played a lot faster than
Sure,
high school.
absolutely.
New plays, new play callers, different coaches, different coaching styles, just a little something to get used to.
What's the conditioning like there?
At PA, we didn't really condition a whole lot. Practice was our condition. So
Sure.
if you practice hard, you're not going to have to run after practice or anything. We really don't condition in season, but before the season, it's kind of a long distance run. We don't really have a lot of fast twitch muscles being fired, and so it's gassers, down and back. Probably what a lot of old school coaches do. And PA really looked into, why do you run like that? Why do you want to get in shape for running a marathon when you're not going to do that in a game? So they do, we might run 5, 10, 15, like a little shuttle drill. Something that's really applicable to the game. And OBU, we lift weights to kind of have muscular endurance, not so much strength.
Sure.
And so that makes sense in season, and that's a little something that we do.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take another quick break. You're listening to 96.5 FM The Answer. This is Bruin Football.
Are you familiar with his rehab and all that? Stem cells, all that? All right.
You know what? It's probably good that I don't know anything about it. I know just the basic level, so we'll just start off with that.
We're coming back with Zach Kelly. All right.
You'll start.
Welcome back once again to PA Bruin Football. This is 96.5 FM The Answer. This is Joshua Carroll. I'm sitting here with Zach Kelly. Our halftime score is Sylvan Hills Bears 7, Pulaski Academy 28. We've got about 6 minutes left in halftime. And, Zach, we were just talking about Washita, and, of course, I want to go back to your injury here at Pulaski Academy. Tell us about what exactly happened and then what followed that. It was a pretty remarkable story.
At the end of the summer, before my senior year, we went to Washington, D.C., 7-on-7 national tournament, and I tore my ACL. I had surgery with Dr. Bill Heffley.
That's a painful injury. I've done that.
Tore my meniscus, too, and walked around Washington, D.C. a couple miles. That probably didn't help.
Probably not.
We didn't know I tore anything at the time. Probably should have looked into that.
Did you feel it? I mean, could you tell that something had popped?
I could, yeah. Something popped for sure the first time. Tore my ACL. I went back in for one more play. Probably a bad decision on my part.
Sure.
And then tore my meniscus. And so we got back to Little Rock. I had surgery, I think 2 days after I tore it with Dr. Heffley. And what we had done differently than any other ACL surgery was we had a stem cell. He took stem cells from my hip bone, my bone marrow, and put that into my knee while he was doing surgery.
Wow.
And the goal of that was to help heal the ACL tear and help me be able to rehab a little bit sooner. So I went on, did that rehab sooner, was walking the day of surgery, walked down the hall, went up a couple stairs, walked down them.
Wow.
That was a little different.
How difficult was it? I mean, was it painful?
Yeah, it was pretty painful.
Sure.
And that's another thing you deal with. When you rehab a little bit sooner, it's going to hurt a little bit worse.
Right.
What are you willing to do to come back for a senior year?
Sure.
And what at risk was I might not have been able to play college football.
Sure.
That's a very fatal injury. And so, rehab a little bit sooner. And what we had discovered, I went on and played the rest of the season. And during the championship game, I had broken my kneecap, and he went in for surgery again, and he saw that my meniscus that he had to completely take out before had grown back about a third of the way.
Wow.
So that was very interesting and something we had not, foreseen at all.
Right.
Had surgery, put 2 screws in my kneecap, and was getting ready for Washita Baptist. Played. I redshirted that season and just practiced. And I came back and wanted to take the screws out of my kneecap because they were really bothering me.
Sure.
So he went in there and did that, and he looked around and saw that my kneecap had shifted and broken off some meniscus. and he was like, you know, what's really going on? My meniscus that he had taken out completely before had grown back completely, and even more so than it was before. And that was completely because of the stem cells.
Right.
And so the stem cells not only healed my ACL back completely, but grew my meniscus back from nothing. And this research has gone into a little bit of non-invasive surgery, so Dr. Heffley can go into, you know, elderly people that might have meniscus problems, and they can get up and walk right after they do a stem cell procedure.
That's outstanding.
Right, and and what it really has done is helped a lot of people recover a lot faster. It's hard for a lot of people to go into a surgery like that and come out of it and get away from a walker, get away from having help for the rest of their life, really.
Right.
And I'm really glad I got to be able to do something like that to help a lot of other people.
So it's really bringing up applications for even non-athletic purposes, right?
Right, yeah. Anybody that has problems with a meniscus can actually go in and have a stem cell procedure, you know, kind of like mine, but non-invasive surgery.
Right.
And it goes in there about, I think they said 3/4 of the time, is what I heard earlier, and will heal the meniscus. The stem cells will grow into any cell that is needed in the area. And so if you have a lot of problems, there's a lot of breakup in there, then they will grow things back together. They recognize what they need in the area and will grow to that.
So how long were you actually down between the injury itself, the surgery, the rehab, and then back on the field? How long was that, do you know?
I was back on the field in 57 days.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Zach, thanks for joining us. As always, good to have you. Let's get you back in here more often.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and take one more break. This is Joshua Carroll. You're listening to PA Bruin Radio on 96.5 FM, The Answer.
Should be putting 3 more minutes on there, I think. Warm up.
That's me. It's Jay's here.
Me.
Probably
There's 30 seconds, but
30 seconds.
They're going to probably put 3 more minutes on for warm-up. We'll know here in about 29 seconds. How about run one more spot after this if you can?
Okay.
Okay. We'll be able to tell you here in a second. All right, we have 3 more minutes in
3
halftime.
minutes.
3 minutes in halftime. But you can come on back here, though.
Yeah, anytime.
Or you can just take it from here. We'll go home.
Do it. Thank you.
Well, we should have an interesting second half. Bruins lead at 28-7 here at Sylvan Hills on the road. Bruins at 3-0 in conference play. The Bears are at 1-2 in conference play. After this one, if the Bruins can get by and remain undefeated, have everything in check, then they'll have a meeting next week at War Memorial Stadium against Little Rock Parkview, which should be another interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing Parkview, what kind of a Brooksy jump they've made.
I think you're going to see a vast improvement from the teams that we've seen in the past. I think Coach Bowling has got that team on the right course, and they're playing well for him, and I think it's going to be a real good ball game. And it's going to be a challenge for the Bruins. You know, they played North Little Rock toe-to-toe till – and, of course, there was a lot of incentive there. Coach Bowling used to be the former coach there, but they played them toe-to-toe.
Right now, Little Rock McClellan, or Little Rock Christian is leading, I believe, in that game against Parkview. BB is and McClellan are playing. McClellan has a lead in that game too. Halftime 24-14 over BB. Parkview is down to Little Rock Christian 34-20 at halftime. Here at halftime, still got a minute to go as both teams now are back on the field. They have warmed up. Bruins leading at 28-7, trying to remain undefeated. Good to hear from our old buddy Zach Kelly at halftime.
It really was. I had never met him before, but he's an outstanding athlete for the Bruins, and I'm sure he's doing well at Washita.
He's a great young
wish
man.
Him well. Yes, sir.
Great young
Sure
man.
is.
Of course, comes from a great family too. I was kidding him in between commercial or during commercial breaks that I can remember his first touchdown when he was a ninth grader.
Yeah.
And I can remember exactly where he scored on the field, and I started calling him the Road Runner, and found out, a couple of weeks later, he said, "Mr. Jones, I said, what's the matter? You're not too crazy about that Road Runner thing?" He said, "Well, I'm not really as fast as a Road Runner." I said, "Okay, well,
Well, he might not have been as fast as a Road Runner, but he was plenty fast, that's for sure.
But he's a good kid, and of course, a great story of him coming back from that knee injury as quickly as he did.
That was a tremendous story to me. I mean, something like that happened to you, and here you are, senior, and my senior season is gone, but I think they pulled all punches to get him back on the field, and they did.
Took him about less than 2 months.
Yeah, he said 57 days. God, boy, that's something else.
Also, see our old buddy sitting in front of us, William Cloxton, who used to come up and keep some stats for us several years ago. It's amazing to see these young people grow up,
It is.
And,
it sure is.
Come back to watch the Bruins play. Makes me feel a little bit older, I'll tell you that.
And also right in front of us here, we got Coach, not Coach, but Hudson's dad's right in front of us.
Yeah, sure is. Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Taking in the ball game. Well, the Bruins will kick it away from the 40 left to right, leading at 28-7 as we start the second half. And here comes the kick. It's a high bouncing onside kick. It's up for grabs. It's tipped.
I believe we got it.
And it's going to be covered by the Bruins way down inside the 40-yard line. I believe that was John David White that came up with it. But a good job by somebody to tip that ball forward. Couldn't get a hold of it, so they tipped it forward. That was Braden Cash.
I believe that was Braden doing that.
Tipped it forward, and John David White came up with it. And that's going to be just inside the 40-yard line of Sylvan Hills. So that's where we'll start the second half. Another successful onside kick.
That makes 3 tonight for us, I believe.
1st and 10 inside the Sylvan Hills 40. Running back to the right side of Hatcher on first down. Hatcher's going to flip it back. It's Kelly at the 40, at the 35. He's going to be slung out of bounds near the 30-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 9 yards on the play. Jaden Kelly did before he slung out of bounds. They're going to call him out of bounds at about the 31. Second down and a short 2. Hatcher alone in the shotgun this time. Players look to the sideline. Now they're ready. Hatcher to throw. Rush is hurled around him, but he picks it up, throws a pass that's complete to Lynch, and he's going to go all the way down to about the 12-yard line. Lynch was open, and Hatcher found him. First down, Bruins. I would imagine Coach Kelly told him at halftime, look, we're just not quite sharp right now. We need to get back into the rhythm.
Right. Sure, the line got a little dose of a little bit better running on run plays too.
First down, Hatcher to pass, throws it left side, and Henry goes to get it. Did he catch it? What a catch by Henry! Boy. He looked like his brother on that one.
Yeah, he laid out for that one.
Laid out to catch it in the end zone. Hudson Henry for the touchdown. His daddy liked that one too. He laid out to catch it. And that's a touchdown, Bruins, and now it's 34-7. They'll try the traditional extra point. Hatcher on to kick it. Snap is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Bruins strike first after recovering the onside kick, and they now lead at 34-7. We'll keep it right here. Does feel better outside, guys, than it does in here, I can tell you that. I just stepped out for a little bit. Miss Vicky went to the vehicle.
Get a little air.
Get some air, and also these bleachers are getting kind of hard up here, too.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure. Yeah, they're.
So she's gone out to listen to the ball game.
Okay. Well, that last drive was 3 plays, covered 40 yards, 12-yard pass by Hatcher to Henry. Took 48 seconds.
Well, Hatcher laid that one out to the left. And Henry, I didn't know if he's going to catch up with it or not from our angle, but he dove and got it.
Well, I was thinking it was 35-0. We got one more.
Yep, 35
We're
to
not
7.
quite where we want to be as far as.
Well, like you said, it took 48 seconds on that one, and now let's see if they'll go for another onside kick. Hatcher has it teed up to go for another bouncer. It's been working so far. Here's the whistle, and here's the kick. It's another bouncer, and this one's going to be, let's see. I think the Bears have this one at about their own 46. They do. They recover this one.
Finally recovered by number 27, Devontae White for the Bears. The Bears will set up shop first and 10.
Devontae White.
46-yard line.
Devontae White came away with it. So that'll be first down, Bears at their own 46, moving from our right to our left. Ryan Lumpkin, the quarterback, he's a senior. He's going to hand it off to his running back, Youngblood, trying the right side, has some room. He's at the 50, the 45, and being chased out of bounds on the far side at the 40.
Number 7, Deion Youngblood for the Bears.
You know, that's something you just can't coach is speed, and it's a game teller.
Yep. Once you break containment, get outside, you can find some running room, and he took the football all the way down to the Bruins 41. First and 10. Lumpkin takes the snap, hands it off to Youngblood, tries the middle this time, and meets the pile and drives it forward. Picked up about 5 yards down to the 36-yard line. So it'll be second down and 5. 10:42 to go in the third quarter. Bruins leading it 35-7 here at Sylvan Hills. Lumpkin has Youngblood off to the right. Yeah, he's going to hand it to Youngblood again, just a steady dose of Youngblood, and he's moving the pile again all the way down close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. He's going to be just a little bit shy of the first down. Thomas Wheelis, Braden Cash, or Blake Titus in for the tackle. Third down and short. Youngblood is off the right hip of the quarterback, Lumpkin. Now kind of a bad snap and confusion in the backfield, and there's white shirts all over him. Lumpkin had to keep that one, and there was nowhere to go. He's going to be stacked up and pushed back. Ephraim Sue on the tackle. And now it's going to be fourth down, about 3, a long 3. Back at the 34, need to get to the 31. So here we go on fourth down. Lumpkin has Youngblood with him, hands it off to Youngblood. He tries the middle. The Bruins have him stacked up, and he's not going to make it, and he fumbled. He wouldn't have made it anyway, and the Bruins do have the football. Thomas Wheelis was there to apply the tackle. Youngblood didn't make it, and the Bruins come away with the football. Now let's see if they can score. 9:14 to go in the third quarter. Our good buddy Fred McCulley watching and listening in in Texarkana. Good to hear from Fred. Yeah, Coach Kelly's father-in-law, Dana's dad. First down for the Bruins. At the 33-yard line. Here's a handoff up the middle. Not much happening there. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Did Cobb. Mason Cobb, the sophomore. Javion Franklin on the tackle. And we'll say no gain on the play. Bring up second and 10 from the 32. We're in the third quarter. Just under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bruins leading at 35-7 now. On third down and long, Hatcher looks to pass. Or second down and long, Hatcher looks to pass, and this ball is picked off, I believe. Yep, picked off at about the 34-yard line. Peyton Terry came by and got it. He's looking for Brett Lynch on the PA sideline, but he just hung that one out there, and defensive back broke on it. You could see him coming, and he just dove and got it for the interception. So the Bruins give it right back at the 34-yard line.
That makes 2 INTs for Lane tonight.
Yeah.
That's a little unusual for him.
So first down for Sylvan Hills, 35-7. Bruins lead it by 28. Not quite as focused as they have been, but
No,
that's
I
to
don't
be
think
expected
so either.
sometimes.
Yeah, that's
that does
true.
happen.
Yep.
First down for the Bears. This time the quarterback's going to have to take it himself. He hits the pile. They're going to stack him up. Looks like the football came out. Looks like the football came out, and it did.
Yeah.
The Bruins get it back. Well, they just stacked up the quarterback, Lumpkin. And the more he struggled, the looser the football became.
Looked like Pritchard made the original, made the first hit, I believe.
Pritchard. First down Bruins now as the teams exchange turnovers. The Bruins have it just shy of the 34. Well, let's see if we can get this thing straightened out here with 8:25 to go in the third quarter. 35-7 Bruin lead on the road here at Sylvan Hills. Nobody back there with Hatcher this time. He has 2 receivers to the right and 3 to the left. Ball's about in the middle of the field at the 34-yard line. Now he has a running back off to his right. He calls 2 people back with him. Has a running back on both sides. But he's going to pass. He's going to swing it to one of the running backs, and this is off one of his hands and caught by the other, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, that was off of Biagioni. And see who came up with it.
Cobb.
Cobb.
Yeah. Mason.
So Biagioni tipped it. Cobb caught it. It got back to the line of scrimmage. It all goes for nothing. Second down and 10. Hatcher looks to pass again. Fires this time to Trey Johnson at the 40. Makes a man miss at the 45 and finally gets pushed out of bounds close to the 47-yard line. He made one guy slip off of him. That gave him the first down. He got a couple of extra yards close to the 47-yard line. First down for the Bruins.
Trey's really been our go-to receiver so far this year. He's
very athletic.
Real good.
First and 10 Bruins at the 47, their own 47. Here's a shovel pass, and boy, nothing but blue shirts around that time. And I think that was Cobb.
Shovel pass was complete to number 85,
yeah, it's Cobb.
Mason Cole.
He is going to lose a couple on the play.
Number 80, Cole Miller for
back to the 44.
Loss of a couple on the play. Bring up second and 12.
Second and long, 12 for the Bruins. This time Cobb goes to a slot left. Empty backfield for Hatcher on second down. Has the snap. Here comes the rush. He throws it up there. Has a man open and just overthrows the receiver at the 25-yard line. He was looking for Biagioni. Wow, had him open, but there's a lot of pressure right in Hatcher's face that time.
Well, like we said, that's the way to harass the quarterback.
That's the way to handle
they're putting the heat on him.
Yeah, you got to put pressure
on him. That line is not looking near as sharp as it did last week, but of course, then I don't think Blue Rock Christian was really trying to rush him last week.
And Sylvan Hills is bringing everybody they got.
Everybody but the kitchen sink.
Yeah, they're sending 6 or 8 guys in. Third down and 12 for the Bruins. Looks to pass again. Has time. Throws it over the top. Has a man, but Biagioni can't catch up with it. Biagioni looked like he was limping on that play a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a completion.
I did too. He was open again. Fourth down and a long 12 at the 44-yard line. Need to get to the 43. Close to the 43 of Sylvan Hills for a first down. 7:28 to go in the third. Bruins sputtering right here, leading 35-7. Now it's going to easy for us to say, but, they've been running like a well-oiled machine right now.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a sputter, but they'll get that fixed. 4th and long. Hatcher has the football, looks to pass, rushes on, throws over the middle, has Trey Johnson. He's got it at the 30 to the 25. They try to bring him down by his shirt. He slips that. They finally bring him down. Darius Waddell finally brings him down at about it's inside the 25. Close to the 20. We'll see. They're going to say inside the 20. First down. Just inside the 20. Close to the 19.
The ball's going to be spotted. 1st and 10 Bruins at the Bear. 19.
So big play there on 4th down. He
Real big.
Just kind of lofted that one out there for Trey Johnson, and he ran to it. First down. Hatcher with the running back on both sides. Direct snap to Cobb, running left. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and struggles for yardage on the far sideline. We'll have to wait and see where they spot it. Cobb gets it down to the 15. They're going to mark it inside the 15 now. Around the 12 and a half.
And we'll say gain about 6 yards on the play. Bring up.
It'll be 2nd down and 4. Hatcher with a running back behind him and to his side. He's going to roll out and try a little screen over the middle. It's wide open as receiver. Caught inside the 5-yard line. That one went to John David White.
John David White for the Bruins. Behind number 1, Darius Waddell.
They're inside the 5-yard line. 7:01 to play, and if the Bruins can push this in, and Miss Vicky's going to get on to me for saying it, but if they can push this in,
that will instigate. No,
Don't say it.
don't say it.
4-yard line.
possible is all I'm saying. Just possible.
Just possible, yeah.
There's a lot of things that are possible.
Yeah, that's true. 1st and goal for the Bruins. Inside the 5. Hatcher has it. Looks to pass. Rushes on. Throws. And it is caught for a touchdown. It's Brett Lynch. Brett Lynch catches it. The junior for the touchdown. Well, now it's 41-7. That's 34 points. If Hatcher can connect on this extra point, that'll send us to the sportsmanship rule.
Now, surely he won't try to go for 2.
No, he's going to kick it. He's going to kick it. Hatchers need a good snap, need a good hold, need a good kick. Here we go. Snap is low, but Sylvan Hills jump. There's that play again where the Bruins do that little hitch.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings the defense across. That'll move it half the distance to the goal, but I think Coach Kelly says, no, let's make sure we kick this one.
Yeah.
Zach Kelly's down there talking to his dad on the sidelines. I'm sure he's offering some expertise here. Tell you what, if you're going to listen to a guy coach, Coach Kelly's the one to listen to. I'll tell you
Absolutely.
Here we go. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good, and that's a 35-point lead. 42-7. We'll take a break. Sportsmanship rule in effect. 6:35 to go in the third here at Sylvan Hills. Our score: Pulaski Academy 42, Sylvan Hills 7. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM. Well, the Bruins lead it 42-7 here at Sylvan Hills on the road, trying to run their record to 7-0, 4-0 in conference play. And this time I'm sure Hatcher's going to boom this one away. One man standing back at about the 8-yard line for Sylvan Hills. There's the whistle, and here comes the kick. He will indeed kick it away. It's going to be handled at the 7, back to the 10, the 15, the 20. Good coverage across the 25 and stopped. That was Schutz, Jameer Schutz, a junior.
The last drive for the Bruins was covered 66 yards and took 6 plays to do it in, and it was 4-yard touchdown pass by Hatcher to Lynch. Took a minute and 50 off the clock. So that makes 6 scoring drives that we've had tonight, and I think couple interceptions, and so that's negated 2 of those. So we've had about eight drives. I think we've had 9 drives, I believe. Another one we turned it over on downs.
Lumpkin, the quarterback, on first down, looks to pass, looks to throw long, throws long, has a man out there but overshoots him at about the 35, and here comes a flag in. Here comes a flag in on an official that was 20 yards behind the play. Throws the flag. At about the 50. Nobody's seen it yet, but he did, and that's going to go against the Bruins.
Devontae White was I believe, the intended receiver, and he was covered by Zach White.
So they're going to call a hold on the Bruins and move it out to the 43. The good thing is the clock keeps running. 5:25 to go.
Like we stepped it off Hamilton and Lincoln, which gives the Bears a 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Lumpkin on first down has a snap, flings it out to Youngblood. He couldn't get it, and the Bruins are on it, and that could be a lateral. Let's see. Now the officials have to talk about it. I don't know if that thing went backwards or forwards. Bruins ball. Yep,
ball.
That
Good
one
deal.
went backwards, and Youngblood didn't cover it, but the Bruins were sharp enough to jump on top of it, and it was a backwards pass, a free ball, and the Bruins have it. Wesley Wise jumped on it. Bruins will have it at the Sylvan Hills 36.5.
Yeah, that's
4:33 and the clock running.
That's the play right there. You've got to recover the ball, whether you think it's
that's right.
forward or not.
Play it safe. First down for the Bruins. Hatcher, quick flip out to Anderson, and he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, the flag did come in. Well, we'll see. It'll probably be holding against the Bruins.
Stop was made by
holding against the Bruins. That's wow. Well, at least the clock keeps running. 3:59, 3:58, 3:57. Right now, the referees are trying to reach their quota. They didn't quite do it in the first half, so they're thinking, listen, guys, we got to start throwing some flags out here.
I think last week they went a little over their quota myself.
They did, yeah.
But anyway,
last week there were so many penalties.
Yeah, about every other play. Yeah. So that'll back the Bruins up. First down and about 20. Hatcher gives it off to Bratcher, who flings it out to the left. Caught at the 45-yard line, out of bounds over there. That's Trey Johnson. We're down to 3:15 in the third. Bruins leading at 42-7 here at Sylvan Hills. Second down and call it 18. Ball is at the Sylvan Hills 44. Need to get to the 26 for a first down. Hatcher looks to the sidelines. Has it. Now he's going to throw it. It's caught. I think it's Biagioni at about the 40. He's still up. He shook a couple of tacklers. Looked like he was going down. Made an extra 8 or 10 yards. That's Biagioni. He's going to get it down to the 32-yard line. And now it's workable. Third down and close to 5. 32, need to get close to the 26 for a first down. 2:15 to go. Clock running here in the third. Hatcher back to pass on third down. Throws it. Leads his receiver perfectly and out of bounds. That's Biagioni again. And he's going to be inside the 20-yard line, and that'll move the chains. Looks like they finally got the car rolled up there, Brooksy.
I think so, Jay.
Ball's at the 17-yard line. First down for the Bruins. 1:45 to go in the third quarter. The sportsmanship rules in effect. Hatcher's going to hand it off. Running play up the middle. Pretty good hold out inside the 15, all the way down close to the 10-yard line. It'll be about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Ball carrier was number 29, E.J.
That was E.J. Anderson.
Bruins wrestled down by
Julian Willis
Herbie for the Bears.
made the tackle. Second down and a long 3. Ball is at the, well, it's your guess is as good as mine at this point. Kind of hard to see out there.
Nah, I know
Sideline. It's about the, close to the 10-yard line, I think. Now flags come in before the play. Clock keeps running, though. 59, 58, 57. We are inside a minute here in the third quarter. Bruins are going to run their record to 4-0 in conference play, 7-0 overall. And I can't believe we only have 3 weeks left after this.
It is rolling. It just seems like as soon as we have a ball game, I turn around, it's Friday again. I don't know what the deal is.
I know they got it marked off, but the clock's down to 30 seconds and rolling. So 2nd down and 9 for the Bruins. Just beyond the 15. Need to get about the 6 for a first down. Handoff up the middle. Some good yardage inside the 15, driving down to about the 12 or 13-yard line. And that's going to run the clock out in the third quarter.
That was Hudson Henry running that one that time.
No wonder the pile was moving. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's the end of the third quarter. Don't miss a thing. Come back and join us for the fourth. Bruins have put the mercy rule in effect, the sportsmanship rule. They lead Sylvan Hills at Sylvan Hills 42-7. You're listening to Bruin football on 96.5 FM, The Answer.
Pulaski Academy Bruins 42.
I can't hear shit. That's son of a bitch.
Josh, don't worry about it.
Hey, just a reminder to all students, you need to call home for a ride. It is now time for ET to phone home.
Back at Sylvan Hills, 5A Central action, the Bruins. We're going to notch another one. They lead this one 42-7 as we enter the fourth quarter. Sportsmanship rule in effect. Should be able to finish this one off with the clock running. If they don't, it would be a huge collapse, I can tell you that.
It would, wouldn't it? I don't foresee that myself, really.
Next week at War Memorial Stadium against Parkview. It's a home game for Parkview, but they're going to be playing it at War Memorial Stadium. And after that, we have a home game against McClellan. We finish up the season on the road at Mills. That's all that's left before playoff time. And got to win these things, though, to make sure you have the home field advantage during the playoffs. We'll start the fourth quarter. Bruins have the football. 3rd down at the 12. They had to get to about the 8 for a first down. Hatcher, the quarterback, he's still in there. Looks like E.J. Anderson off to his left. As we wait for the officials, and I think they're going to blow the whistle and start play here in the fourth quarter.
You know, I will say this about the line. They're probably going to, they're seeing tonight a little bit of what's in the future for them.
Yep. Here's a reverse pass, it looks like. But Lynch is going to keep it. It's Brett Lynch. He dodges a man at the 10, cuts outside the 5, and he's going to score.
Run.
He showed a little speed on that one,
He certainly did.
Lynch was going to pass, and there was nobody to pass to, so he just kept it. Bobbed and weaved his way through the middle and cut left for the corner of the end zone, and the Bruins lead it 48-7 with 11:35 to go, the clock running. That'll probably be the last you see of these guys. You know, another thing to be noted, they had to play a full ball game last week, and these starters are not quite, I mean, I know they did it fine. They're in great shape. Snap is up, or snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 49-7. Clock keeps running, but they had to be a little bit tired. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I was tired just watching it. 86 points.
I was too a little bit, Jay. But you know, they practice so much passing and everything, and they stay in shape the year round. So it's not like years ago when players, you know, football's over, they went and did something else.
Right.
Didn't stay in shape like these kids do.
Well, it's 49-7. Clock running here in the fourth quarter.
Shouldn't really call them kids, they're young men. That drive took 5 plays, covered 46 yards, and with the sportsmanship rule going, it took 4 minutes and 18 seconds 10-yard run by Brett Lynch, right?
Yep. There's some fine smelling nachos that Josh is munching on over here, I got to tell you. No, it's chili, Frito chili pie, isn't it? Here's the kickoff. It's a long kickoff. It's going to be fielded inside the 5, dropped, and back into the end zone, and that should be a touchback. Should have been a touchback, but he's going to run it out to the 15, the 20, 25, out to the 28. Anytime in high school, it doesn't matter if it's touched or not. If the ball goes into the end zone, it's a dead ball, and it's a touchback. But
his
time he let him get by with it. So they brought it out across the 20. They're going to mark it 23 maybe. 24. They're going to mark it the 24. Clock running, 9:39 to go. Bruins leading at 49-7. It's experience time for some of these guys now. Here's a handoff. The running back, and let's see, was that Youngblood? Yep, Deion Youngblood again. There goes Youngblood again. He's been running it all night long. He's going to be wore out.
I bet he's going to get in the whirlpool tomorrow and get some of his soreness out.
Out to the 33, so it'll be 2nd down and 1. Ryan Lumpkin has gone the whole way at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to guess who? Lumpkin. Left side, and he's going to get the first down and finally be knocked out of bounds on his sideline, the far sideline at the 39. That'll move the chains. 8:50 to go here in this one.
I believe Wesley knocked him out. Wesley Wise knocked him out of bounds there.
Well, what a year he's had so far.
He really has. You know, one thing we hadn't seen him do this year, he hadn't played any quarterback like he did last year.
They're going to say the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Moving left to right. The blue-clad Sylvan Hills Bears. Lumpkin has it. He's going to try to pass. Throws it long, has a man out there, and it's going to be caught, I believe. Yep, at the 30. He avoids a couple of defenders, dodges back inside of the 25, and boy, there are 9 Bruins on it. There were 2 running to help, but 9 were on it. Finally knocked him down.
I'd say he got tackled by the whole team.
About the 20-yard line. Peyton Terry caught it.
Good gainer for the Bears, good enough for a first down.
Bruins caught up with him, and he dodged a couple. By that time, more Bruins were there. 1st and 10 at the 20 after that long pass play. Lumpkin back to pass again, fires, and it's caught by number 7. No, that's 27. He's going to score. At the 10, the 5, touchdown. Devontae White caught it. That makes it 49-13. 7:30 to go. Clock running while all this is taking place. So that's good.
That's fine. Basically, that score is insignificant, really.
So they'll kick the extra point. I can say this. I'm glad I got to see this Tito Mendoza kick the football. He was putting on a show before the game started. Snap is good. Mendoza's kick is up and out through the trees, and I think that one's going to end up on 107 out there. Kick is good. We'll take a break. 7 minutes to go in this one. Bruins lead at 49-13. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM, The Answer.
49 and the Sylvan Hills Bears 14.
Thought he would have kicked it a little deeper, but maybe that was a
Yeah, I guess he
strategy
was
move, which turned out
trying to-
just fine for him.
Trying to hit an open area of the
Yeah.
field.
Bruins will set up shop first
They'll have it just outside the 18.
19-yard line.
5 minutes to go now and counting. Clock ticking. Bruins with a 49-14 lead. Bratcher may be the quarterback this time. It looks like he is.
I think he is too.
Bratcher's a junior. Takes a snap, rolls to his left. No intentions of passing. He's going to keep it. It's a couple of blocks, and finally his gang tackle. Didn't get much. He got back to the line of scrimmage. 4.5 to play. Right now the Bruins basically want to see this time melt off the clock and get on out of here.
Yeah.
Gain of a yard on a play. Bring up 2nd and 9.
They're going to give him about a half yard on the play, so we'll call it 2nd and a long 9. Ball is nearing the 20-yard line. Sylvan Hills band, they have 362 people in this band. Here's a run by Bratcher. He's going to pass it, but he had to pull it back down, and he's not going to make much. It's going to be 3rd down and long, but the clock is running, and this place starts to empty out now. It's actually been emptying out the entire 3rd or 4th quarter. 3:45 to play, and the clock running, and it's 3rd down, close to 10. They're going to say no gain on this one.
3rd and about 9.
Ball is near the 20-yard line, but Bruins have had it 2 plays and haven't moved it. Bratcher takes the snap, looks to pass, chunks it over the middle, incomplete. Looking that time for Andrew Cobb, who's a sophomore. A little bit behind him. He had to try to dive back for it and went off his hands. So it's 4th down and long. And the Bruins will go even though they're at their own 20-yard line. It'll be 4th down and long with 3:10 to go. Bratcher has a receiver to the left, 2 receivers to the right. That's the wide side of the field. Now he's got a couple of receivers to the left. Nobody in the backfield with him on 4th down. Has a snap, rolls to his left, looks. He's going to have to do something with it. Throws it downfield. That's a man wide open. And it's incomplete. He had a man with nobody on him that time. That was Jaden Nash. Jaden Nash was at about the 45-yard line with nobody anywhere around him. And couldn't haul it in just off his fingertips, and that'll turn it over on downs at the 20-yard line with 2.5 to go, clock running.
That could have been his claim to fame tonight if
Yeah,
he'd
you're
caught
not
that
kidding.
one. Oh, he was.
He
He
could
was
have walked
wide-
into the
Yeah,
end
he could have. Oh, I bet he'd like to have that one back.
Hey, Jay, while we get our clock's running down, well, I'll start at the next play.
See if they keep their starting quarterback. They do. They keep him in there, Ryan Lumpkin. And guess who hands it off to? Youngblood, looking left, cuts back in. Now cuts back to the right. He may score. He's going to score.
Yep.
He just outruns the defense that time. Makes it 49-20 with 2 minutes to go. Bruins have their second team in there. Some of the younger guys getting some experience, and the Bears keep their starting lineup in there and make it look a little better for the paper tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad that he's a senior. We won't have to see him next year.
Yeah.
Golly.
Minute 40. Now they stop the clock.
Rather unusual.
They're going to try the extra point. They've been running the clock, but I guess they think they're back close enough now. Well, hey, we better help these guys out and start stopping the clock. Kick is up, and the kick is good. The clock has not started.
Jay, what I was about to say, I wanted to send out kudos to Josh Carroll. A lot of people in the last week or two have been freaking out over some difficulty with our web stream.
Yeah.
And he did his homework, got online. He told me about this thing called Google. Yeah, I've got to check that out.
I've heard of
these
that.
days.
Yeah.
But thanks to you, and thanks to Al Gore. He tweaked the thing, and man, it's going great. Even out here in Sylvan Hills, where it's usually lucky to get a cell signal. So thank you, Josh.
Here, North Pulaski and Jacksonville are 3 places where it's pretty tough. And yeah, great job.
You did get the memo. North Pulaski doesn't exist anymore, right?
Right. What? What happened?
I think they got absorbed.
Oh. Well, they've stopped the clock. Otherwise, this game would be over. But once it became 49-21, the clock keeper said, hey, wait a minute. We got something cooking here. Let's stop the clock. Never understood how this thing works. Well, I do understand it, but you can't say it on the air. So.
Yeah. You know, everybody's going to look at this score and think,
yeah,
49-21. That must have been a good ball game. But
well, the Bears are kicking away from the 40. If I was them, I'd go for an onside kick because if they get the ball, they're going to stop the clock.
Yeah.
Here comes the kick.
Let's see how good an onside kicker Mendoza might be.
There it comes, a little pooch kick.
Little pooch.
Bruins have to come up and jump on it. They do. Out across the 30, out to the 34. Let's see if they stop it now. No, they're going to let it run now since the Bruins have it. 131, 130. So this ought to do it. Bruins leading at 49-21. Really, it wasn't that close. 49-7. And the Bears still have their first team defense in there. That's nice. You know, I wonder. I'll tell you what, BB didn't do that. BB's coaching staff, once it got to a certain point, they gave some experience to some of the other guys.
Other players, yeah.
Which helps you down the road.
Sure.
First down for the Bruins. Bratcher, the quarterback. Not Hatcher, but Bratcher. He's going to hand it off to a running back, jogging back and forth, the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to. Don't think he's going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, but we're down to 45 seconds now.
A couple more plays, and this game ought to be over with.
Yeah, it's down to 37, 36, 35. Well, the Sylvan Hills Bears have dropped to 1-3 in conference play. Bruins will go to 4-0. Bratcher takes probably the last snap, flings it out left, caught, and a tackle made immediately at the 31-yard line by their starter, Peyton Terry, who's in there in the last play of the game. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and that will do it. Brandon Perkins made the catch.
On that last play there.
That'll do it. There's the horn. This one's over. Bruins win this one 49-21. We'll be back to recap it right after this. You're listening to Bruin Football on 96.5 FM.